Welcome to Space News Network. This is your SpaceX update for the week of September 3rd to September 9th. This week we start off on September 3rd, when we got word that SES-11 will be launching from Launch Complex 39A instead of SLC-40. SES-11 was planned to be the first launch out of Pad 40 since the AMO-6 incident last year. With SES launching out of 39A, most likely means that SpaceX is behind on the repairs to Pad 40, which in turn would mean a delay for the first Falcon Heavy flight. As all launches were temporarily going to be moved to Pad 40, so SpaceX could modify 39A for Falcon Heavy. SES-11 is also going to be launching on a flight-proven booster. On September 4th, Pacific announced that they have chosen a Falcon 9 to launch their Pacific 1 broadband satellite in 2019. Whether or not this is going to be a flight-proven booster is currently unknown. On September 5th, a Falcon 9 first stage was spotted heading west out of SpaceX's testing facility in McGregor, Texas. Since it was heading west, that would mean that this is Core 1041, which will be used to launch the upcoming Iridium 3 mission out of Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. On September 6th, user TGMetsFan98 posted on the SpaceX Reddit page revealing a lot of information that they have received from some SpaceX engineers. If you don't feel like reading the whole thing, here's a quick recap of it. Basically, there were multiple engine tests on September 5th, including a Block 5 Merlin 1D engine. The upper stage for Falcon Heavy has been tested, meaning that the entire vehicle has now been tested, and is just waiting on the Pad 39A upgrades. Their Boca Chica launch site, which SpaceX is currently constructing, is currently on the back burner, but once completed will be the main focus for the Mars vehicle. SpaceX is targeting 20 missions total for this year and 40 for next year, and that they are looking at alternatives to Dragon 2 splashdowns, which could be referring to the mini ITS that Elon will unveil at IAC. Also on September 6th, Falcon 9 beat Hurricane Irma and launched the OTV-5 mission for the United States Air Force, which carried the X-37B spaceplane into orbit. At 1400 UTC, Falcon 9 lifted off right at the beginning of the launch window and successfully placed the X-37B into orbit. But due to this mission being somewhat classified, the final orbit of the spaceplane is not known. And after launch, Falcon 9 made a picture-perfect landing at LZ-1 in Cape Canaveral. Here's a recap of the flight.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Watch for main engine cutoff coming up shortly.
Miko. Stage separation.
Stage separation confirmed.
Now we've had successful second stage separation and ignition. Notice the vehicle is currently, or the first stage is currently doing a fast flip maneuver and a boost back burn. The fast flip is to get it headed back towards landing zone 1 as quickly as possible, and the boost back burn, or to get it in the right orientation to head back, and the boost back burn actually pushes it back towards landing zone 1. There's the re-entry burn. This will last for another 15 seconds or so, rapidly decreasing the entering velocity.
Entry burn shut down.
This is a single engine burn, which allows for more control. And there you can see it on the screen on your right there, descending through the clouds, headed towards the concrete pad.
Like deployed.
And to finish off the week, our last two stories both happened on September 8th. First up, we had Elon posting another picture of the SpaceX spacesuit, this time of the entire suit. Now there is actually a person standing inside the suit, and they are standing next to a Crew Dragon, which astronauts riding a Dragon will be wearing. Also on the left, you can see a Falcon 9 first stage being built. If you actually zoom in on it, you can faintly see a 42 painted on it, which means that this core is 1042. Now once again, this is just a flight suit, it is not an EVA suit, which means it is only meant to keep the crew alive in case the capsule loses pressure. It is not meant for spacewalks. And last up, we have the landing coordinates for the first Falcon Heavy flight. The two side boosters will land at LZ-1 and LZ-2 in Cape Canaveral, and the center core will land on the drone ship about 350 kilometers offshore. Which is interesting because this means that they will be performing a slight boost back burn instead of just an entry burn. If they were just going to perform an entry burn, then that would mean the drone ship would be a lot farther out at sea. And that's it for this week. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. We'll see you next week.